We are live. All right, got that going. Okay. X space. We are officially live. Quick audio check, Eric, if you can
Okay, can you hear me on Zoom?
hear you on the I think you're muted on the space.
Yes. Okay, so can you hear me on Zoom?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, you're good everywhere. Sweet. All right, let's get this party started. So we don't have the cat today. I don't know. I know he was out of town last week. I messaged him this morning, but haven't heard back. So gave him a little bit of time, but we don't know where the cat is. Someone put
He's hurting,
someone put
hurting
a
from the from the weekend.
yeah, the weekend was rough.
Okay,
Weekend
thank
was
you, Godfish,
rough.
for letting us know that you can hear us. We're slowly getting the people here. There's already 10 people. Can you please reblog and share it with your friends and your dog so more people come? It's always the same time, noon EST on Tuesdays. We did start a little bit later today, but
I
you know the
think
drill.
I think we should just officially co-opt the Sooniverse Standard Time and just say that we're at noon SST every Tuesday.
Yeah. SST.
SST. I need a shirt that says SST if anyone wants to make me a good one.
Oh, I'm actually okay, so Caleb Marvel, he already uploaded a couple of shorts, seems that way.
Yeah,
Um,
so yeah, we can dive right into that. So but all the streams are slowing me down right now. Just trying to do stuff. So we soft launched shorts on Saturday. So a lot of you already know that. We pushed it live. Um, and it was definitely a little rough at the start, which was to be expected. We've had shorts in private testing for a little while, but as with most things, especially the more complex that you go, testing them in a vacuum only can get you so far. So we had to push it live and start getting, some more feedback from you guys. So we pushed it live, didn't really put any announcements out about it other than a couple of threads here and there. And then a lot of people, I think, just kind of saw that others were using it. So that obviously led them to want to try it. And uh, uh, ultimately it was just kind of a soft launch, which was meant to collect some feedback and make some changes in real time. So we spent the last couple days. Yesterday was definitely the most intensive day. Just fixing everything that you guys were finding. So we were just pushing updates constantly. I don't even know, probably 25 or 30 updates yesterday throughout the day. To improve shorts, and I see that most people are using it without issue now. I've seen a few reports from Taskmaster and maybe one other person that it's like a 50-50. Like sometimes they upload a short and it doesn't go through. So I I just asked them to record a video and show me exactly what's happening because I can't reproduce the issue they're having. So far today, I've been 100 for 100 in terms of uploading shorts. So um, I haven't run into any issues. That being said, I mean this is a brand new feature, and I'll keep reminding you guys that I actually wasn't expecting to build shorts in the way that we did. I actually wasn't really fully familiar with how 3speak shorts were working prior to us actually, starting our work on it. So, that required, once I learned exactly how it worked, I had to go back to the drawing board in terms of what we were building. So, the way that 3speak shorts work, and this will explain how it works for us. the way that 3speak shorts work is that you upload a video to 3speak, and then it publishes it as a long form blog post on your account. So whoever uploaded the video actually is uploading a long form blog post that contains the short. So, that's great, but it's a very similar problem to microblogging on Hive, which is, we introduced threads to solve that problem. Is that when you make L1 blog posts on Hive, there's, certain expectations in addition to, a built-in 5-minute delay. So, even if there were no social expectations around blogging on Hive, full blog posts, it is, you can, the baseline requirement is that it's every 5 minutes. I mean, that's just built into the blockchain. So even if you wanted to, microblog at scale and there was no social expectation around how many blog posts you should make per day, which, on many of you know this, but on Hive, it's about two to four blog posts per day is kind of where people say that if you do more than that, you're spamming the chain, which is obviously not true. It's just kind of a social thing, just a social construct. But that 5-minute delay, and like I said, it creates an environment where you can't actually do things at scale. So, many of us make threads with well like under that 5-minute threshold. Like, I mean, there's times where I'll make 20 threads in 5 minutes, replying to people, making top level threads, etc. So with shorts, we want to do the same thing. We don't want to have that, social construct around blog posts and requiring you guys to, when you upload a short, it goes as a blog post to your account. That would defeat the purpose of, short form content and making it so that it's the stakes are lower. Because when it comes to short form, like whether you're on X or TikTok or whatever, you want the stakes to be low. Like you want to be able to post a rant. I saw, someone post a video of, I think it was Old Man, posted a video of raccoons on shorts earlier today. Like, if that was a blog post on his account, and let's say that he, got $15 worth of upvotes, there's a relatively decent chance that he would get downvoted on that because people would say it's garbage content. So that to me defeats the purpose of what shorts should be about. Same way that with threads, it defeated the purpose of microblogging if you have them as top level blog posts. So we had to build, basically what we did for threads in order to make it work, we had to build for shorts. So it's a really interesting implementation. So what we've done is basically when you upload a short, and if you guys have done this, you may have noticed how it works if you look on the back end a little bit or look at the chain. What it does is you upload a short, you add a title, you add a description. The title that you enter is actually used as the title for the short on 3speak. So it changes the title on 3speak when you upload. And then the description that you write, it goes in the post description on 3speak, and it also is used for the thread. So when you make a short, a thread is also created by your account, and it uses whatever description you write in the upload short box as the description on the thread. It then includes an embedded version of the video, so that's the short itself. And then it also has a view on 3speak link, and then it also has your account name. So it says by, Taskmaster 4450. So that's the basic rundown of how they work, once you upload them. So after uploading the short, the video is actually not uploaded by your account. So I think this is where things get kind of interesting. So our workaround, and this is a very similar approach to the container model that we have for threads. Our workaround to getting around the whole, L1 blog post thing is that when you upload a short, it's actually uploading it through one of the container accounts. So you may have noticed there's now 20 accounts. They're at LeoShorts 1, and it goes 1 through 20. It's actually 1 through 21. And we can scale that up later if we need to, but I think that will be plenty of scale for a long time to come. So it actually is uploading that short into one of the LeoShorts accounts, which is the container account. So when you upload a video, it's actually not uploading it through your account. It's uploading it through the LeoShorts account. And then it's setting the beneficiary to be you, and then 3speak has some beneficiary requirements. So it's, the beneficiary is primarily set to you, and then the rest is set to whatever 3speak's requirements are, which is about like 15%. of the beneficiary rewards. So it's, and then it takes, so then the beneficiary is set so that if anyone upvotes that short, you're getting the rewards for that, even though it's not posted from your account. And then what we're doing on the INLEO side is that it's creating a thread from, this is why you need posting authority to the @LeoFinance account. When you're posting a short, it actually publishes a thread and then takes, like I explained, it takes the link, it takes the description, everything, and then it pushes out a thread for you with the short and the description included. So now there's, basically when you upload a short, there's a blog post that's created by the LeoShorts account, and then there's a thread that's created by your personal account that links the two together. And then another interesting aspect of the UI that we had to build is that when you upvote a thread that contains a short, you're actually not upvoting the thread. It's actually rerouting your upvote to the blog post, to the @LeoShort blog post for your short. So that might seem a little complicated, but what it's essentially doing is, like, that upvote icon is not for the thread itself, it's for the actual short. So that when someone upvotes, what looks like the thread for the short, it's actually upvoting the short, which then you're the beneficiary of. And that's how we route the curation to shorts, from that perspective. And what all of this does is very similar with threads. It allows you to post as many shorts per day as you want. So, you can post 100 a day if you wanted to. But obviously, if we just implemented them as they already were, you would have certain limitations just because of social expectations around L1 blog posts on Hive. So this is why shorts took significantly longer than expected. We basically had to build essentially what we did for threads. We had to build for short form video, and video gets very complicated just because of all the different nuances. So I would say that shorts are working, as of today, they're definitely working a lot better than before. That being said, it's like I said, we did a soft launch because we need to get more usage. We need to get more feedback. So if you do run into any issues, I highly recommend, if you can record your screen, if you can take screenshots and then be as descriptive as possible, and then make a thread with hashtag feedback. That would help us improve the feature a lot. But hopefully from my explanation, you understand that shorts is not just something that we built, it's not just something that we added to the UI. It's like literally we had to build a whole backend. We had to build a whole container system. We had to build this thing that reroutes the votes, and, in addition to all the UI stuff. And then there's a lot of different nuances. Like, you have different devices, you have different login types. So, like, we were having an issue where people who were using the keychain browser on mobile were having an issue uploading. So, we had to fix some of that stuff. So there's just a lot of nuances with different devices and whatnot. And shorts gets a little interesting because you can actually take the video from your device. So, if you're on mobile, you click take video, and it will actually allow you to record within your device and then upload it directly, which is pretty cool, but definitely creates some more nuance for us to have to fix and debug. So, if you use shorts, I would say that, very similar to any new feature, I would expect some issues here and there, and just be aware of that. And as long as you're aware of that, then use it, have fun with it. Maybe save a copy of your video, like, especially if you use the take video feature, it actually doesn't save a local copy, it just uploads it directly. So, just be prepared that if you're using that feature and it doesn't get uploaded for whatever reason, you're going to lose that video. So, it may be worthwhile to just record it locally and then upload, if you're worried about losing a video, for example. But the more that you guys can test it and find bugs and then let us know, the better that it's going to get. So we're going to spend the rest of today debugging and fixing things on shorts. So, use the feature, use it as much as you can, and post feedback so that we can fix everything. So that's kind of the status. Shorts. But I'm excited to see how they've gone so far. I've seen some cool shorts already. I'm definitely working a lot on fixing these things and making sure that they're smooth. And yeah, the more feedback, the better. I can't stress that enough. And in terms of the shorts UI, so right now there's two aspects to the shorts UI. One is that they get posted as threads, so that's what you see now. And the reason for that is that then they get mixed in with the normal feeds. So that's really important. And then the second aspect to it is that there's a whole short specific UI that we're going to be releasing soon. So it's a short specific feed. You'll see it at the top, like next to like the For You latest trending, etc. You'll be able to select shorts. And when you select it, it will actually be a feed that looks like TikTok or YouTube Shorts if you're familiar with it. And obviously Instagram Reels has the same thing. So it basically makes it a full screen video, and then like the upvote icon is inlaid on the video, and then you just swipe up or swipe down to see the previous video or the next video. So that UI is going to come later. That part of the UI is less important to me right now than making sure that like the uploading works well and the upvotes work, they're routing correctly and whatnot. So we need to keep testing, and then we'll push out that new part of the UI once I'm confident in the release.
Yeah, and I think the biggest feature that I like about the shorts full feature is that you can actually just pull out your phone, and as you said, it might get lost, but the ability to just be able to record something, upload it in just a few clicks, I think that is going to be the difference between going like having users or hardcore users like just upload 6 7 videos a day versus having to record it and then uploading it, adding that extra step, for people, especially the younger generations. That's a big difference. So I really, really like the fact that you can just record directly in the UI, so to speak, and then hit publish.
Yeah, I think that the key to making shorts, a vibrant feature that gets utilized a lot is the ease of use. As with many things, but the ease of being able to just take out your phone, hit record, record something for anywhere from 5 seconds to 60 seconds is the max. So anywhere from 5 seconds to 60 seconds, being able to do that is what will make shorts popular. So we need to lower and that goes back to even how we built the back end. We need to lower the barrier to entry, lower the social standards around what good content is, because good content at the end of the day is content that people watch and engage with. So people have tried to push certain quality standards, especially for blog posts, saying that they need to be a certain amount of words or whatever. And we really need to get away from that if we want to see more vibrancy in terms of content creators and engagement. Like I said, and you see this if anyone tries to refute that, all you have to say is literally 2 words. You just say TikTok, because TikTok showed that lowering the perceived standards of what quality content is supposed to be is far more engaging, far more fun. What people really want is real time, whether it's real time information or real time entertainment or real time influencers, people talking about things that they care about. It's people don't care how many words your blog post is. They care if they care. It's almost so intuitive that it seems counterintuitive. That people just care about things that they care about. They don't care about how long something is or short something is. So make content that you think people are interested in. So like when the market was crashing, I bet you could have made a bunch of shorts and talked about how Bitcoin was going down, and you could have just talked about the market and talked about the things that people are likely feeling, because people tend to feel the same things that you feel. So you talk about that stuff in a short, and then people will comment and they'll like that. They'll upvote it if they, I'm trying to get back to this like it if you like it culture for upvoting. So like I said, it's almost so intuitive that it's counterintuitive. But I am really trying to change that narrative and change the way that we all engage on the Hive blockchain, by doing these things.
Yeah, I agree. And in the end, one of the things that we have been talking about over the past few months is that the overall trend is going towards short form content. So I do like the idea and the focus that you're having, and the INLEO team is having right now to make shorts have an impact in the Hive community as high as possible, because once we realize, well, once the Hive community realizes that the trend is going to short form and they jump in to the trend, then the community will be, well, it already is, but it will be even more vibrant. And then whenever a new user comes by, they will see there's short form, there's polls, there's microblogging, and there's also long form content. But that's like the added bonus, not the feature that will bring in more users.
Absolutely. Sarah said, do you know what I'm craving for? To see all of your beautiful faces on shorts. Yeah, I would love to see more shorts. Obviously, like right now we're doing kind of like the hard launch, letting everybody know that it's there. Obviously, like I said, be aware that it's a brand new feature and there could be issues, and please give us feedback if you run into any issues. But yeah, play around with shorts, make some videos, upload them. Even if you make a 10-second video, Taskmaster posted a video of a fan the other day. So the standards of quality are, non-existent. You don't need to have any sort of quality for your shorts. Just make them, upload them, and that's, the point is to be engaging, and I think shorts, I've already kind of seen this, just having a few shorts kind of mixed in here and there, but you can, like, the whole point of social media is to be social and build relationships and engage with each other. And doing so over text is great, but the real relationships are getting built. You're gonna start to see a much more deep relationship get built with various users on the platform because of video and audio being available. So being able to communicate with each other, we basically just went from like 2D to 3D. Like now you just have a whole new method of communication that's actually a lot more efficient than text. So I think it's going to have a really profound impact on overall engagement on the site.
Yeah, and I lost a comment. Someone was saying something about quality. Oh yeah, so I missed it. Well, the idea was something around the lines of, oh yeah. So Ahmad Manga was saying, I like it when there are standards for content though, because 90% of most of everything is trash. So removing barriers increases that. So here's and the reason why I picked this comment is because when Hive started, the idea was that quality will be filtered by the community through likes or votes. And then if you didn't like something, or you didn't like how much rewards were allocated to that something, you could just downvote it. So it was a community driven and community the decision to say what is good and what is bad. So if you lower the barrier of entry, Ahmad, what you're doing is you are letting more people come into your platform and use it. And then the community will decide what is popular, what gets filtered, and what gets rewards. And that's why the For You feed is so important, and why we spent a couple of months just the designing the algorithm, because in the end you want there to be 100,000 posts, but you're only going to show, I don't know, 100, 200, and the quality will be determined by the community, by the views, by the clicks, by the votes. So whatever you think the barrier of entry being low will bring as a negative, the community will filter it. So don't worry about that part.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point about how the community is meant to self-police what should be there and what shouldn't. And you do that through your upvotes, you do that through your comments, your engagement. If certain content isn't getting upvoted, certain content isn't getting engaged with, then it's just going to fall to the wayside. Same thing happens on X and in other places. Like, there aren't people out there telling you what you can and can't post on X at the end of the day. Like, people are out there making content because they want attention. And if they make content that doesn't get attention, then they change what they're making. So that's the self-policing of content.
Yeah, exactly. Big Van, I think once people understand how to navigate through shorts. Oh, one thing, Vic, it's not Leo shorts, it's just shorts. So once people understand how to navigate shorts, we would likely see more shorts uploaded, maybe battling with threads. Yeah, that would be interesting to have like a battle of shorts, see which short goes viral the most, or what gets the most votes or the most interaction. Maybe we would have even some sort of leaderboard where people just upload a short, and if their short is the most popular one of the week, they get something. I don't know, just an idea.
Yeah, well, we just speaking of leaderboards, we just released the new leaderboard. So, and this was a really big update, and we haven't even talked about half the things that are in it. Obviously, shorts is just kind of the focus of it. But one of the other things that we rolled out is the new leaderboard. So the leaderboard was completely rebuilt, both from back end and front end. We still have some work to do to tweak it and fix a few things. Like I've noticed that comment points aren't working correctly. So when you comment on a blog post, for example, or reply to comments on a blog post, it's not counting the points correctly. So we've got some work on that front. And then so go play with the leaderboard and go see how it's working. We're making some updates to it. Godfish just asked, is the scoring explained somewhere? If you click on any username on the leaderboard, it'll show you the breakdown of their points. So it shows exactly where those points are coming from. So essentially, we've got these different ways of earning points, blog posts, comments, threads, etc. And we can add a lot more to this leaderboard as time goes on. So, Eric mentioned shorts. Taskmaster also DM'd me about it, and asked if we plan to add shorts to the leaderboard somehow. And that's true. So we are going to add shorts to the leaderboard and count them. I'm not sure how many points they're going to be yet. So, for example, a blog post is 10 points and a thread is 1 point. So, I need to spend some time and think about what shorts should be. I'm kind of thinking that maybe they should be like 5 points because they're not quite as intensive as a blog post, but they're also more intense than a thread. So perhaps something like 5 points per short would be something in the realm of that for the new leaderboard. So we will be adding shorts to the leaderboard shortly. And yeah, we're going to be making some more updates to both the front end and the back end. So if you guys if you have feedback on the leaderboard, if you notice that something's not working, like Taskmaster is saying that his account isn't showing up yet as of today. If you guys have feedback like that, please post a top level thread with #feedback. And that will be, how we can fix that stuff. The more information you can provide, screenshots, descriptions, etc., the better. I feel like I keep hammering that point home because, we obviously just need we need that.
Yeah, probably, I don't know, probably like 3 points instead of 5. I don't know. I think we will find out what's the best number after a couple of weeks. Oh, Bradley Arrow is at the top of the leaderboard right now. I don't know. I feel like getting to the top of the leaderboard with shorts is going to be pretty easy.
Maybe. I mean, if you think about it, I don't know. Like, will someone make 5 shorts a day and get 5 points? That's only 25 points if they get 5 points per short. So, you could make 5 shorts in a day, get 25 points, or you can make 25 threads. I actually think it's probably less time consuming to make 25 threads. So yeah, Bitcoin Flood just said, would it be cool or a good idea to see a little notification fly up when a point is awarded? Or is that overkill? No, I don't think that's overkill. The point of the leaderboard, and this is really just kind of phase 1 of it, is to add more gamification to the UI. So I do think we're going to add a lot more, kind of gamified looks to the UI using the leaderboard. So I've kind of imagined that like your current leaderboard score might be shown. I've thought about actually just replacing the whole rep score system with the leaderboard. Maybe we'll do that down the road. But I've been imagining that in the bottom left, if you're on desktop, in the bottom left to the, right to the left of your username, your profile icon, I've been thinking maybe we should put your current points total, and maybe we'll put like the monthly as the default. So it'll show you like your current monthly points total. And then when you do an action, for example, like let's say you make a thread, it would show plus, kind of like a video game. You'd see your number actually tick up. So you'd see it go from like, let's say it's 245. You'd see like, those ticker tapes, or I don't know what the right term for it would be. Someone's gonna know. Like like the old school look of points, like on a for sports. How on the scoreboard they would like flip the number up and it would increase. I've kind of been imagining, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of imagining something like a digital version of that, where you're like let's say I'm at 245, you see 245 in the bottom left, and then let's say I make a thread, and then it goes from 245 and like the 5 like flips up into a 6, and it shows like plus 1 point. So I've kind of been imagining something like that.
Right next to you to your user profile. Like for example, if you're on the homepage, why am I not getting
In the
so
in the bottom
you can
left.
see, at the bottom left you can see your profile picture, and then to the right you see your name. Maybe to the left of your profile picture you could see your score, and you can see it move live once you start doing things, and then you will realize, oh, voting gives me a 0.1 point, so I'll just keep voting, and you can see in real time how it changes. And it's just like playing on this instant gratification aspect. So yeah, I think it's going to make interaction go through the roof. Wow, that's a great idea. But yeah, it has to be on screen at all times, otherwise it defeats the purpose.
Right. Yeah, and then when you click on it, on your number, it'll take you to the leaderboard and to your current position on the leaderboard. So yeah, it's definitely like I said, phase one. We got I mean, the leaderboard is a whole thing that we built from scratch as well. I mean, think about, we had to build the back end for it, and the front end. So it's like I said, it's a completely new. The old one used Hive SQL, and this one uses our own backend that we created out of half SQL. So it's a completely rebuilt backend.
Someone's asking, Sarah Hasai, so what's the reward for referrals aside from points? And this also brings out another question. So I do think that we have something prepared for the leaderboard in the sense of, I don't know, if you finish the month at the top, maybe you get something, or at the top 5. But once we have something concrete, we will share it with you guys, because we don't want to overpromise or overhype before we get like the concept fully polished.
What is that for?
For the leaderboard.
Yeah, for the leaderboard rewards.
Yeah. How many LeoShorts per day? Well, I mean, how many threads per day? You can easily do 100, and there won't be any issue. How often does the leaderboard update? I honestly have no idea. How often does the leaderboard update?
I believe it pulls it every hour for all the users. So if we end up doing this points thing, it would pull yours individually in real time. But for the whole, just because of data constraints, it would pull the whole leaderboard once per hour.
Okay. Seems like Bill Prague is having some issues with encoding the video. Already did some feedback. If you can reply to that thread, Bill, and give us more details, I don't know, maybe put the console up so we can see what's going on in the backend. Because I mean, this info is good to know that they are not being encoded, but we cannot do anything with that information. How many threads did we do in the month of July? How did that
Yeah,
compare to June?
I'm posting that chart right now for task.
Nice.
It'll be there momentarily. Oh,
How are shorts done? Abu, yes, you missed it. Well, Cal spent like 10 minutes explaining the process, so you might want to go check it out in the recording once we're done. This threadcast is insane. Yes, self-help for trolls. There's a lot of activity. Nice. Can non-premium and premium members access these shorts on 3speak or INLEO? I don't really know what you're talking about, but yes, premium and non-premium users can upload shorts. And if you mean if there's like an interface to just watch shorts, well, right now there isn't, but I don't know, Cal, do you have any plans of having any kind of, like the Instagram stories or like the TikTok infinite feed kind of thing where where the user can just see all of the shorts and not
yeah, I
the
talked about
threads?
that before. That's the next once shorts are working flawlessly from an uploading perspective, we're going to release the new UI for that.
There you go, Big Bang. Let's see. Well, there's a lot of questions, but some of them
Self-help
are
patrols
very
asked about
yeah.
preventing spam on the leaderboard. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like if somebody if somebody's gaming the leaderboard in some way, we have a manual lever where we can basically ban them from the leaderboard, or perhaps put them on a timeout. So we could say like, if you're caught doing something like that, you're on a 3-month timeout and then you don't even show on the leaderboard at all. So there's a lot of things we can do. I mean, I'm not, I tend to go in the direction of like release things and then from that point you can basically self-police backwards. So
And also there's this like we have a couple of filters for the leaderboard where like we will not disclose what they are, but literal spam does not even get counted for the leaderboard. So it's the same way that we measure the community battles. So when media and shorts tab on pro 103,900 up 103,900 threads in July. Yeah, we were like 90,000 in June.
yeah, we've seen some nice growth, and the MAUs have been growing. So we hit 1,521 MAUs in July, which was decent growth over the month prior. I gotta pull that back up. It's the
Oh, Winand is asking something that we actually included in this update. When video feature on long form?
Yeah. So again, this was a huge update. We're kind of just focusing on shorts, from a public facing perspective, because I'm kind of going to go, you'll see, I'll kind of work my way around the clock, so to speak. Shorts is just kind of the focus right now. It's like kind of the most radical feature we released, that requires a lot of feedback from you guys. But we actually released it in, in this update, we released long form video publishing as well. So you can now upload 3speak videos directly from INLEO. So if you go to the publish page, you'll see a video icon there. It looks identical to the one for shorts on Threads, but obviously it's just on on the blog post page. So if you go to that page, you'll see an upload video icon. And if you do that, then it will allow you to upload a full 3speak video. And then once it uploads, it actually just inserts it in the blog post, and then you can do your title, description, etc. For that. So yeah, there is long form video now on INLEO. So if you run into any issues with that, make sure you post the feedback. Again, a lot of these things are going to require more and more testing. So, I know a lot of people don't have the patience, when it comes to new features. So if you're one of those people, I wouldn't recommend using these features. But if you're willing to, be a beta tester, be a live user of these new features and help us improve the product, then use them and give us as much feedback as possible. Gargi asks, is there a time limit for LeoShorts? Yeah, shorts have a 60-second time limit. So you can't upload shorts longer than 60 seconds. I've been thinking about different things, different use cases for premium. So we may add some interesting things for premium users specifically related to shorts. We're not gonna gatekeep and say that if you're not premium, you can't use shorts. We're obviously not going to do that. But we may do something like how there's a character limit for threads, but if you're premium, then your character limit increases. So we may do something like that in the future. Self-help for trolls said, I'm curious to see how much 3speak's activity will change. Thanks to Leo, it seems we'll be giving them a massive boost as well, raising all ships. Yeah, I think, it's like I said, I think shorts is like a really awesome implementation. Being that they're blog posts, I think that was holding a lot of people back from using the feature, intensely. I mean, I know that, for example, like I created a separate account for shorts specifically on 3speak because I didn't want top level blog posts being posted on my main account. So, now that we've got shorts on INLEO where they don't post as top level blog posts, I think you're going to start to see a dramatic increase in the number of shorts that are on 3speak.
Yeah, and speaking of which, if you have friends or people that upload videos on 3speak, tell them that now they can actually upload them on Leo and they can earn Leo tokens and Hive tokens, because I think that's going to be one of the major attraction points that we'll have, that people were already like, for people who are already video content creators, they can just swap interfaces and earn Leo for that. So I do expect a lot of people who are already 3speak creators to becoming Leo creators now that we have the long form option for videos. And Sammy Hive, wow, what a wonderful show ongoing. Better to be here than with my wife. Time to learn more about my community and Hive ecosystem. Yeah, thanks for being here, Sammy.
Ahmad Mongo, we just talked about that. Long form videos are live as of this last update. So go to the long form publishing page, click the video icon, and you can upload long form 3speak videos.
Maybe premium users would upload shorts more than 60 seconds. Big fan. I don't know, because maybe they are not short anymore. I don't know. I kind of feel like 60 seconds is already long.
Yeah, it
Like
is kind of long.
Yeah, it is pushing it. So
that's why I actually think what is possible is that we would go to 30 seconds for non-premium and then go 60 seconds if you're premium. So
probably, yeah,
that would probably make more sense. But as of right now, no plans to change that for the time being. I just want to see more shorts. So
yes, and I just want to shout out to Gotman, who's in the audience right now. If you're a lion, just go give him a follow. He is part of our next batch. Well, our freshest batch of collaborators. He's going to be doing a few threads for Leo, and he's actually asking me right now in direct messages if he can create a community for another crypto project. So say hello to him. And Gutman, can you tell me what's your username on INLEO? I think it's Gutman123. I don't know, Gutman Wealth, can't remember. But go follow him. Yeah, he's Gutman Wealth 123. So go give him a follow on INLEO so he gets a few new followers or a few new friends. If you want to see more shorts, take a vacation in Florida. Yeah, Godfish. Cat's not here to confirm or deny. Send a video of upload process in Discord. Thank you. Yeah, that should be enough. Thank you, Bill. Just trying to find questions from the threadcast. Yep, I don't see any more questions. Well, so we have talked about shorts. We have talked about long form videos, the new leaderboard. Do you want to tell the Lions a little bit about how the new referral system is going to work, maybe?
Yeah. So I released a thread earlier today showing the backend for referrals. So we actually, I'll share that thread in the threadcast. We just released this as well in this update. And what it essentially does is we now have an API for referrals. So the API is officially live as of now. So when you refer someone, and I will also share this GitLab link. When you refer someone to INLEO, you will now and it's also retroactive, by the way. So and I always mentioned this before that, you know, people would ask, what about the rewards for referring people? And I always said that they were retroactive. So, you know, you can start referring people whenever using your referral code. And then once the referral system's live, it'll all, you know, be retroactively, you know, accounted for. So the new referral system on the back end is now live. So, you know, and I'll share the link so that you guys can actually track your own referrals if you want. I think it might be kind of fun for you guys. So let me pull that up. But while I'm doing that, what it essentially shows you is it shows you all the accounts that you've referred. So it shows any account referred by your account. And then it shows the amount of threads that they've made. So the referrer, or I guess the referee. So it shows how many threads they've made. It shows how many blog posts they've made, and it shows if they've ever been premium, and that's just a true or false. So if you referred them a year ago, they become premium next month. It will say ever been premium, and it'll say true, or it'll say false if they've never been premium. So if you look at the GitLab link I just put in the threadcast, you'll see kind of the grand vision behind this referral system. And there's a rewards mechanism behind all of this. So dependent on how many threads and blog posts that your referee has made, and then also if they've ever been premium, you'll be earning Leo for those referrals. So I think this is going to have a really dramatic impact on the growth of the platform. You know, referral systems were, you know, really one of the main drivers of early internet success for a lot of different companies and platforms out there. You know, I like to think about the example of PayPal. You know, the way they grew their user base was through referrals. It was like the #1 driver of growth for them, was actually having, you know, I think it was like a $10 credit essentially that you would get when you referred someone in. So you would essentially refer someone, and if they deposited any amount of money into their PayPal account, then you would get $10. So this is kind of a similar system but it's for INLEO, and it's based around engagement, and then also if the person ever goes premium. So I think this is going to be, I think it's like I said, I think this is going to be like a really game-changing moment for the growth in MAUs on INLEO. And if you read that GitLab link, I talk a little bit about the theory or the thesis that I have behind this. And that is, by creating a really good referral system, we're turning the entire user base, which, as of last month was, 1,500 monthly active users. We're turning that entire user base of 1,500 MAUs into marketers. So we're making all of you guys marketers to go out into the world and be, the onboarding team. Find people that you think might join the platform, and then, invite them via your referral link. And doing so will lead to, you earning rewards. And then obviously this is where things get exponential, is that not only will you be earning referral rewards, now the person you referred will also have a referral code, and they can start giving that out to their friends and start earning referral rewards. So I have, I'm just sharing this screenshot right now. This is what the referral page looks like. It just posted in the Threadcast. So, it says refer friends and earn crypto rewards, earn up to $50 on every referral. And then it gives you your referral, your referral link and everything. And then below that, it shows the dashboard where it actually will show you how many referrals you've had. It'll show you how much Leo you've earned, and it'll show you the dollar value of that Leo. And then below that, there's going to be a historical, like a historical view of the activities that each of your referees are doing. So this is going to be really, really important for basically incentivizing everybody to refer their friends, to refer people, from X, etc., and actually earn rewards for it. And then when you refer someone in, the dashboard for referrals will be an easy way for you to feel encouraged, to go out and kind of coach those people to be more active. So, you might say, hey, you should try to be more active on INLEO and, earn more rewards, and then I'll earn more rewards. And it just kind of creates like a kind of self-feeding ecosystem. So I think this is going to be, it's like I said, I think this is going to be a really huge moment in terms of onboarding. I haven't seen anything really like this on Web3. We've seen different programs for, a lot of those like SocialFi platforms that came out, but I haven't seen something that's like sustainable in this way. So, and if you look at it from a sustainability standpoint, a large percentage. So if you look at that GitLab link, it'll break down how you can earn the rewards. I think it's about half of the $50, $25 of it, you can only get if they subscribe for 1 year of premium. So it's actually a net ROI positive for Leo as an ecosystem, because if someone subscribes for a year of premium, then you get 500 Leo as the person that referred them, and then but that person has paid $100 to INLEO. So we're essentially paying $50 to you max per referral, and in exchange, making $100 if you max out the 50. So it's actually an instant doubling of ROI for the INLEO platform, if that person goes for 1 year of premium. So, and if they don't go for 1 year of premium, then you still earn Leo, but it's like I said, you only get, I think the max you can get is about $25. So like I said, I think on average, having it built this way is going to make it very ROI positive. And that's not including any of the fact that, having another user means more comments, more ad revenue, potential to be premium in the future, them referring other users. So there's a lot of benefits that we get, outside of just the premium subscriber. So it's definitely you have to build a referral system that is sustainable, but also rewarding enough that it encourages people to use it a lot. So that's how we came up with that design.
Yeah, and you know what I so one of the great approaches that we're having right now is that you have the long form content, you have the microblogging, you have the shorts, you have the videos, and now you have a way to earn some money through referrals. So what does this means for the average user? The average user now can actually earn money by deciding how to focus or what to put their time into. So a couple of years ago, maybe, yeah, like a couple of years ago, you only had two ways of earning money by creating content. And it was either creating long form posts or creating videos. But right now you have probably like 6 or 7 different ways to earn tokens on INLEO. And that's the main point, and that's why we are trying to make this the everything app and to be a robust place where people can just decide what to do, how to focus their time and energy, and still keep earning tokens. So that's the real difference with probably 99% of the apps out there in Web3. You have like one, maybe two use cases, and that's it. In INLEO, you have 6, 7 ways of earning tokens, and there will have 3, 4 more by the end of the year. So just a matter of time for other kind of people to come to INLEO, not just content creators, but maybe influencers or key opinion leaders or just people with a huge network to just come and say, oh, I can make money by bringing more people here. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to focus on creating content. I'm not going to create videos. I'm not good with microblogs, but I am good with bringing people. So there you go. It's going to be pretty easy to keep earning tokens. Oh, and Sergeant Dan, he's got a point here in the threadcast. Whenever you see a tweet by Cal, by InLeo, by LeoDex, or even by myself, just drop a comment there. Whatever you reply, it still gets picked by the algorithm, and the more replies and the more likes and the more reblogs, etc., it spreads it more to other people. So even if it's not something that you think it provides value, just by being a reply under the tweet, it's actually providing value for the algorithm. So don't just like or ignore or just set the reminder. Remember to always reply with something, whatever it is, just do it. Self-help for trolls saying, I totally agree. We finally have ways to earn that aren't blogging or speculating, and they are all being streamlined. Yep. Yeah, very true. Earning from new users on board as to when they subscribe to premium is lost it. It's a wonderful way of encouraging premium subscription. Yeah, imagine maybe you don't make like one of the barriers of entry for premium is that you need to have at least 10 HBD. And if you don't want to invest in cryptocurrency right now, you need to create, I don't know, maybe 5, 10 posts so that you get those 10 HBD, and then you get premium, and it's probably a 30-day, 45-day process. Right now, if you find out about INLEO and then you say, oh, I can earn something from referring friends, then you bring in, I don't know, maybe 50 people, and then you might get some tokens, and then you use that to buy HBD, and then you can get premium, and then you start your own snowball effect without having to invest or create content because that's not for you. Then yeah, you are very right, Sammy. Thanks for that. Taskmaster is asking when Leo AI and a GIF of an emoji laughing.
Yeah, it's always fun when we release dozen new features and then get hit with the when. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Taskmaster said the leaderboard will be huge for gamification, even if you don't have a contest. People love seeing their name in lights. Yeah, I agree. I think, and Bradley said, or a crown in their head, because it does give you a crown if you're first place. Yeah, I do think, adding, like I said, more gamification across the UI that kind of leverages the leaderboard will be really critical in terms of encouraging more, more activity and engagement, whether it's, actual dollar rewards or not. I think both have their place.
So there's a platform that gives you like colored name or things like that when you are at the top of a leaderboard. So maybe we could have like some sort of a crown everywhere if you are at the top, so that
Yeah.
people know that you're in the like things like that.
Yeah, I think we can have crowns like if you're the top. I'm thinking there could probably be like maybe 6 crowns, maybe, and it would obviously increase over time, but there'd be a crown for like each category. So like if you're the top commenter in terms of like blog comments, then you would have a specific crown for that. You could imagine like a blue crown or something, and it would be on your profile icon across the entire UI. Or if like you're the top threader, you'll have a crown for that, or the top, shorts creator, you'll have a crown for that. So yeah, I think I think there's going to be, a lot of interesting ways to tap into the leaderboard. Fred said INLEO should have INLEO watchers like Hive watchers, especially if people want to game the new referral system. So no, first of all, no. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever have it in Leo watchers. I'm a big believer in the community's ability to police itself. I don't really, I don't think we will ever need a in Leo watchers. And and I think that could be pretty dangerous for a platform. You can really steer people away from a platform by being too critical on content. And we spent so much time in this episode talking about how we really need to remove this idea that content needs to be policed. No, it doesn't. You just need to reward good content, and then people will not make more content that sucks. They'll make more content that is likely to get rewarded. So, it's almost like, do you want to have a approach where you're like a negatively, like disincentivizing people, or do you want to have an approach where you're incentivizing positive actions, and then you just get people to do more positive things. And then you're also, on that side of things, you're also then, you're creating content feeds where bad stuff just falls to the wayside. You look at X, you look at other platforms, and they don't focus all their attention on policing what needs to be there. They simply, the attention flows where people care for it to flow. So, that's really the whole point. And yeah, Taskmaster, a lot of people do just focus on rewards. I mean, there's a handful of people, and I won't name anybody, but you see them drop in the INLEO general Discord chat, and they literally will drop in like maybe once a month, and they'll just say, "Hey, what happened to Leo.voter?" Or "Why am I not getting upvoted by Leo.voter? Did the tags change?" And it's like they're not active in the community in any way, shape, or form outside of dropping in every once in a while to ask about the rewards. So those are the type of people that maybe you don't upvote them as much, because you can tell that they're only here for one thing. So, I prefer to upvote people who are regularly here, who I see your name very frequently pop up all over the place, whether it's in threadcasts, whether it's on shorts, whether it's in blog posts or in comment sections. If I see your name frequently, I'm going to upvote you even more, just because I know that you're active across the platform, and that's what really counts for us.
Self-help for trolls. I imagine the tune on preventing abuse will change at some point when we have a ton of users. We should definitely keep policing to a minimum. Yeah. I mean, if you have 100,000 users, yeah, maybe you can afford to lose 1,000 abusers. But if you have 2,000 users, you don't really like. There's not even a point on that. And I can actually scale this to Hive in general. I don't see a need for Hive watchers, and I think they have done a lot more damage than what they have benefited blockchain. This is just my view. This is not an official point of view from INLEO or the team or whatever, But yeah, definitely not a need for any kind of watchers unless you have 9 million users. Like, I don't know what Twitter has, like 450 million, right? Yeah, then you can
Something like
start
that.
policing.
Yeah, it's one of those questions of like, you're running, let's say you're running a store. You're not going to like, if you want more customers and you don't have very many customers, like you're not going to have a, or let's actually use a different example. If you're running a nightclub, And you know how some nightclubs will have, a cover charge, right? If you have nobody in your club, like there's say 5 people in your club, you're not going to charge a $50 cover to get in because you already don't have anybody in there. But if
Yeah.
you have 150 people in there and your capacity is 150, then when someone else tries to come in, you say, oh, by the way, there's a $50 cover to get in because we're so busy. Like if you don't want to pay it, then don't come in. I think that is a great example of what needs to happen here is that we are such a small platform, whether you're looking at INLEO with 1,500 miles or you look at Hive with 10,000 miles, we are so small. Why are we having bouncers at the gates not letting people through? That's really, we need to completely remove that ideology. We need to instead, focus on just bringing in as many users as possible and then letting the bad ones just kind of, like I said, allow their content to go unnoticed and fall by the wayside. If their content sucks, if their attitude sucks, if you don't like what they're posting, allow them to just fall by the wayside on their own because they will. They'll eventually drop off. The good people, the ones that want to engage, the ones that want to be here, they're going to stick around no matter what, and they're going to keep engaging. So, encourage those rather than discouraging bad people, encourage good people. Upvote their content, engage with them, comment on their posts, make them feel welcomed. And that is going to be more than enough of a reason for them to keep coming back.
Yeah. Engagement is key to grow in the ecosystem. Pretty spot on, Sammy. Bitcoin flood. Why are we also paying these police thousands as well? Well, but that's the thing about the community and the self-policing community and a self-governed community. You might not agree with something, but if the majority of the community agrees with it, then you have to roll with it. Yeah, I'm trying to find guys. You have great takes, but you can also ask questions about the features, the new features that we just released. With watchers is more than Leo watchers. Yeah, I mean with Taskmaster with shorts, maybe we get an NSFW section. Maybe we just need to start uploading a lot of fit shorts so that Kyle realizes that we need an NSFW section.
That's on the roadmap, but let's hold off on that until it's ready. But yeah, there is going to be a NSFW filter later down the road. Right now, if you did it, you probably would get banned. So just putting that out there.
Sergeant Dan, he's saying, I liked where there is a thing that pops up in some profiles that show they are a legit author. You mean like a badge, Sergeant Dan, or what exactly do you mean? But yeah, I mean, it would be kind of cool to have in your profile that, I don't know, some badge or something that says that you're not an AI account, probably. Is that what you mean? Question, Caleb Marvel. I have checked the leaderboard and I can't find my name. Is it because I haven't made a blog post? Are the threads not counting on the leaderboard? Maybe you just have to wait 1 hour if you just start being active today. Check the weekly and the monthly as well. Maybe you will see your name there.
Turner Will said, I doubt all your content will be upvoted just by going premium. I've seen the stats and studied premium. And if your content isn't quality, you're not getting upvoted. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a quality filter. If you go premium and you just post a bunch of shitty content, you're not going to get upvoted. So we've talked about this a lot, but the way that the curation works on premium users is that essentially you were going to get curated anyways, but when you are premium, we just increase the percent vote that you get, so you earn more rewards. And by being premium, you also make it to other lists that we have where we basically are checking your content more frequently. So, on average, premium users, I don't have the data right in front of me. Eric maybe has it. The average premium user earns significantly more than the non-premium user. And premium does pay for itself. So I think, on definitely on average, the premium users are earning well over the cost of premium every month. And that is something that I want to try to maintain as we grow the number of premium users.
Yes, as long as you publish any kind of quality content, or you are very active on threads, or you are very active commenting around, you will definitely get more than what you spend getting premium. And it just becomes a snowball effect where the rewards will always dwarf what you're spending on premium. And then you're also earning Leo tokens for your content. And if you think about it, what you pay from premium goes and buys cacao and pulls Leo with cacao in the liquidity pool for frozen liquidity or permanent liquidity. And it helps whales and bigger buyers get Leo. And if people get Leo, your stack grows in value, the stack that you earned by creating content, and you got tokens by getting premium. So it's just a snowball effect. And the moment people realize how big of a snowball effect it can be, we'll have 1,000 premium users. But I mean, you also have to help us, guys. If you have seen that premium works for you, just tell your friends, tell them, hey, just try one time. If you don't like it, then it was just 10 HBD lost. But if you like it, you will see the value within it. So help us promote Leo Premium. Winanda
Yeah.
is asking, the leaderboard shows weekly and top 200. How can we personally check beyond that?
If you don't make it to the top 200, then you won't be on leaderboard. So
yeah, I mean, if you
that's
make it to
partly
the
because
top
of
200.
that's partly because of data constraints, but it's also because, being that it's a leaderboard, I mean, it's meant to show you the top active users. It's not meant to show you everybody. So
Yeah. I mean, if you are not top 200, like, just go comment something. Like, it's not that hard. We are not 100,000 users. Come on.
yeah, no, I mean, as the user base scales, we definitely can increase the showings, but it takes 33 points to show up on the leaderboard right now. So for example, the number 200 is Alvarez, and he's made 3 threads and 3 blog posts. And that is on the weekly time frame. So if you make more than 3 threads and more than 3 blog posts per week, you will be on the leaderboard. And you guys may have seen that the Leo staked is now on the leaderboard. That's a new feature. We are still kind of working on it though, because I don't think it's working correctly. But staking Leo will earn you points as well. Coming soon. Coming soon.
Is there a loser board?
Yeah, maybe we'll make a loser board for the bottom 200.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be, controversy is one of the main, attention bringers or attention grabbers. I know a lot of YouTubers who pin a critique or like a controversial comment about whatever the video was, just because they know that a lot of people will reply to that guy, even if it's good or bad, and it will bring more eyes to it, and then the algorithm will pick it up as an interesting piece of content because there's a lot of comments. So, maybe not a loser board, but a controversial board or something. I don't know. There's so much you can play with in social media, and since we are in a decentralized database, we can actually play even more with that, and we don't depend on advertisement. So, yep, loser board. A little off
Loser board.
topic, Bitcoin flood. I was wondering, how are we looking in terms of being able to pay Leo to promote our profile on the UI or our articles, threads within threads by paying Leo? You mean like using Leo tokens to get more
Like burn to
followers
promote.
or get more views? Yeah, burn to promote.
Yeah, that is on the roadmap. So we used to have it, if you guys remember, on the old, pre-project blank UI. We used to have the ability to burn to promote, and I just haven't put a ton of emphasis on it lately, but it is on the roadmap. We'll likely get to it before the end of the year. I think what is more, we've got a lot of things on the roadmap right now, and you can see where our focus is with shorts, etc. Right now, I think what we're focused on is really two critical things. Growing the activity on the UI. So, whether it's shorts, whether it's threads, whether it's vlogs, the goal is we need more activity. We need to be more vibrant, because that kind of leads into goal number 2, which is to grow the user base. So, the goal by the end of this year is to be at 10,000 monthly active users. Like I said, we ended July with 1,521 monthly active users. My goal with the team this month is to reach 1,896 monthly active users. So if you're keeping along with the monthly targets, you'll realize that we're looking at trying to grow the monthly active users by 20% month over month. So that is our goal in terms of growth. And by growing 20% month over month through to the end of the year, that's how we get to 10,000 monthly active users. So, we really need to hit these targets, and I'm definitely hammering in on the ops team to make that happen. Also on the dev team to do things like the referral system. So, I believe the referral system is going to have a really profound impact on the monthly active users growth. So you can see why a lot of focus is going there. So kind of like two critical KPIs for us. Are one, make the platform more vibrant in terms of content, and that's why you see a lot of focus going into shorts and into just making the platform better in general. And then 2 is to grow the monthly active users itself. So, both of these things are where the roadmap is. The roadmap is shifting in order to focus on these 2 things. And then kind of a third goal to that, to these goals is the growth of premium. So, I want to see 1,000 premiums by the end of this year. And that really ties into the monthly active user count, because, at 1,500 monthly active users, it's going to be really hard to reach 1,000 premium subscribers. That being said, we still are generally trending upward. Like right now we're at 200, let's see, 212 premium subscribers. So, we are trending upwards. We're, about a fourth of the way to our goal of 1,000 by the end of the year. But what I really think needs to happen is the user base needs to scale. It really needs to scale if we want to see. I think my audio may have cut out for a second, but okay, good. We need to scale the total monthly active users if we want to see that premium count grow as well. So, I think if we hit our 10,000 miles goal, I think 1,000 premiums is kind of a given at that point to have 10% capture. So. Taskmaster said Cal went quiet. Am I good now?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you're good now.
I had a phone call come in, so I know it cut me out for a second.
The Time Travelers is saying an interesting leaderboard idea can be borrowed from housing there no matter where you are on the leaderboard. When you log in to check your position. Oh, that's actually interesting. Yeah. So you only see
The problem
top
with that
200.
is that we'd have to pull the data for every single user in order to do that. Unless we did just the top 200, if that's what you mean.
Yeah. Oh, well, and also the leaderboard on housing is just for your earnings. So there's not really a lot of data to be pulled from the blockchain every time. So
yeah, the leaderboard is actually kind of fascinating, because if you think about what it's pulling, think about that for all the top 200 users, it's actually pulling all the threads you've ever made, all the threads you've made in that period. So let's say you're on the monthly. So all the threads you've made in that month, all the blog posts you've made in that month, all the comments you've made in that month, all the referrals you've made in that month, and all the Leo that you've staked in that month. And it's doing that. So 5 key metrics times 200. So the leaderboard has a lot of data behind it. So, it's not that's why it really scales to 200, and we didn't want to go beyond that, just for this, because every user you add, it takes longer to load the full amount of data. So that's why it doesn't go beyond 200, but also because it is, both that and from an efficiency standpoint and from a logical standpoint. I mean, it's a leaderboard. It's not meant to show you everybody. It's just meant to show you the top people. So
Yeah. Yeah. We don't want to give medals for participation.
no participation trophies here. Leaderboard is the leading board. Desire to be number one there. Yeah. Definitely try to push to get to number one. Best referral system, more user base, more content creator, active MAU, potential liquidity providers, more premium subscribers. Yeah, Sammy Hive. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. It's, I think this referral system is going to be a pivotal moment for us in terms of onboarding. Obviously it remains to be seen, and it is live. And like I said, it's retroactive. So if you go out and onboard 10 people with your referral system, your referral code, it gets added to the referral system. And when we do release the rewards, it will get counted for the rewards distributions in the future. So everything is retroactive. So start referring people in and start using it, even though the dashboard isn't live yet. That being said, I am pushing the team to have the dashboard live by tomorrow. That's kind of my stretch goal for them right now. We'll see if we can make it happen. But like the back end is live, and I shared that link. I'll drop it again just in case you missed it. So you can take this link and you can actually just replace my username with your username. And if you have any referrals, if you don't have any referrals, it'll just show you a little bracket, which, obviously the data is empty because you don't have any referrals. But if you do have referrals, you'll be able to see the account username that you've referred, the number of threads they've made, the number of blog posts they've made, and if they've ever been premium. Yeah, take a look and then you can start to see your potential rewards. And then if you want to see, the general rewards of what is going to happen in the future, you can compare it to the GitLab. So if you've referred in a user that's made 10 blog posts and 100 threads, you can look and see how many rewards you can expect to get from that user. Self-help for trolls said, you drop shorts and leaderboard at the same time and have referrals soon after. That's why I bought in and moved my activity to this platform. Solid. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we spend a lot of time. I don't think it's not always obvious because of the way that development just generally goes. But, I mean, the amount of time that we put into development of new features and fixing existing things is extremely, intense. So, for example, I mean, yesterday was probably, I don't know, 14 hours straight of just fixing shorts, testing them, fixing them, testing them again, getting feedback from you guys, fixing them again. That's generally what we spent the entire day doing yesterday. And meanwhile, in between waiting for feedback and waiting for bugs that we can fix, we're still working on new features. So we were still working on the referral system backend, and now we're working on the front end. So, literally while we're live right now, I've been chatting with the devs and we're working on the front end for referrals. So, we'll always, one thing you can expect from us is that we'll always be pushing the envelope, of what's possible. So, and in addition to shorts, leaderboard, and referrals, we also release long form videos. So that is, in testing right now. And you guys can go test it as well. I saw some people say it's grayed out for them, so I'm going to check on that once we jump off this call, and I'll make sure it gets ungrayed. It's possible we just disabled it while we do a couple updates, but that should be live later today if you want to go test long form videos as well. Task just said, I think Bradley Arrow can do 25,000 threads this month and 1,500 shorts. That'd be pretty. That's pretty intense. That's pretty intense, like having sex while camping. It's one of my favorite jokes. One of my favorite dad jokes. All right, good night. Self-help for trolls said it's 2:45 over in across the world. Ahmad Manga to INLEO developers, make sure you eat, drink water, and sleep. Yeah. Usually lacking on those three things, but we do our best. We do our best.
Big Van is asking, the like button and the upvote button you talked about recently will be implemented too. I don't know. I don't think that's a priority, right, Cal? I mean, it's good to have it, but it's not something that we need to have it.
Yeah, it's more of a nice to have. It's kind of an idea I floated, so you can find the GitLab link that I put out there. It's just something I've been thinking about. It's obviously on the roadmap is to implement some kind of like button in addition to the upvote button. Um, but we'll see. It's like I said, it's still an idea and just something I put a little bit of thought into. And that's what the GitLab is for. So if you guys haven't seen the GitLab, I'll grab you the link for it. Um, but you can find, essentially you can find items that are on the roadmap that I've put public that I'm kind of looking for feedback on. So I can generally just kind of, improve them or maybe think that they're not even a good idea. And there's plenty of things on there that you can comment on. So to actually comment on them, it says at the end of each one to make a thread and then just use the hashtag. So like, for example, if you're commenting on news to threads v2, that's issue number 9. I'll drop the link for it. That's issue number 9. So then you would make a thread and just use hashtag 9 if you're talking about it and giving me feedback on it. So that's kind of how that works. And it's meant to just give us a public format for discussing these things before they reach the development stage. And you can see how that worked with the referral system. So the affiliate, it's called affiliate program, aka referral system, but it says I made it a month ago. It actually was July 2nd, so a little over a month ago. I put out the public design for the referral system, and then I got a bunch of feedback, and then I made some improvements to it, put it back out there, and then got some more feedback, and then we actually started developing it shortly after. So that's the general process of things, and I've tried to get you guys more involved in the kind of back end roadmap development. So it allows me to gather feedback and make improvements.
Sabrina is saying use cases equals utility, and you know the rest. Let's make this work. Free compliments. Oh, and Sabrina is using a hashtag or a tag, free compliments. And if you are part of one of the community battle communities, make sure to always use or to keep using the tag of your community so you can keep helping your community get more points. Don't forget about that.
Task was feeding Leo AI by putting all kinds of content on threads. Yeah, absolutely. So you got to remember that Leo AI is trained on all Hive data. So the more you upvote, comment, blog, make shorts, do everything, threads, it all is getting absorbed by Leo AI and improving it. So, we are once I'm really happy with the implementation of shorts, the referral system, long form video, this kind of current package of updates. Leo AI is actually next. So, obviously we've been building it in the background as well, but in terms of like immediate release and focus, Leo AI is going to come shortly after we finish polishing the current round of features. So again, public service announcement. If you want Leo AI faster, rather than ask when Leo AI, go test all the new features, test shorts, test long form video, test the leaderboard, and post as much feedback as possible, because the more feedback you post and the faster you post it, the faster we can fix things and then actually move on to developing Leo AI and finishing the last touches on Leo AI so that we can push it out to you guys. So, feedback loops are very important, especially for us, and they're what actually push the UI forward. So I literally probably said it 15 times in this episode, and I'll say it every single week, that the more feedback you guys give us, the faster we can roll things out. And also the smoother the experience will be for the people that we onboard. So very important. Tasker said the great thing about shorts is that it takes very little time to watch and then can place a quick comment, a great deal more activity. Yeah, it is. And one of the I haven't talked about this yet, but one of the upcoming features for shorts, because there are going to be new features we roll out. And I did see someone ask Yeah, I pulled it up in a new tab. Aslam asked, in Shorts, is there any coming upgrade with video editing or like advanced editing features, kind of like Snapchat or TikTok? These features could make video more charming. Yeah, down the line, not right now, because this is obviously a very intense thing for us to add. But down the line, we are going to add, in-app video editing. So we will add that down the line. So, but anyways, my broader point was that we do have a roadmap for new features on Shorts specifically. One of those is the ability to on TikTok, they call it what do they call it? They call it a duet, I think, where you essentially can you click a button and then it allows you to take someone else's video and then take a certain clip, so say 10 seconds of their video, and then it overlays it in your video, and then you actually can record a reply to that, and then it plays the first 10 seconds of theirs, then it plays whatever you recorded. And I do play, it's kind of like rethreading, but for videos. So it allows you to re-video or re-short somebody, and then reply to them. So that is something that's on the roadmap that I want to do. So it just popped into my mind when Taskmaster mentioned, engagement on Shorts. I think that's going to be a huge addition to being more engaging on Shorts in general.
Yeah, I really like that idea. I didn't know it was an embedded feature on TikTok. I thought it was just people editing to rehash content or reuse content.
Yeah, no, it's actually a way for, you can click this button and it just does it automatically in the UI. So it is actually a really nice feature. And then, some other things that I want to do, another thing that TikTok has is that if somebody comments on one of your previous shorts, you can actually right click and then create a new video with that comment automatically overlaid on the screen while you record. So for example, let's say I make a short and talk about the, current Bitcoin price, and then someone comments and says, what do you think is going to happen to Bitcoin tomorrow? Then I can click on that comment and then I can reply with a video, and the comment will be automatically embedded in the video. And then I can, just record a quick reply and then post it. And then now you've got a whole other short that you've just made, in 30 seconds or less. It just makes for broader and more, intimate engagement. So I'm excited to start kind of rolling out all these different features. Lukeel said, oh, go ahead.
The ease of creating content, and this just reinforces what we said earlier today. The barrier of entry that TikTok is making is doing for users, so that you can actually do a video about anything and everything, and you can just have an excuse to make another video and then keep using the platform and then keep bringing up the views, which pays for ad revenue, blah, blah, blah. What they're doing is they're making it incredibly easy to just have ideas to keep creating content. That's pretty genius.
Yeah, it's definitely going to make for faster and better content creation, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we already talked about the loops, right? Yeah.
Feedback loops.
No. Will there be an option for shorts to set to loop? Or is it
yeah. Yeah, the feed, the swiping feed. That will come later. Like I said, I want to make sure that the uploading and current status of shorts is really solid before we push that out.
Yeah. Uyanda just noticed the hotness of her phone. Yeah, we've been at it for a while.
Yeah, yeah, I think we've pretty much covered everything. Yeah, it is a long AMA today, and I gotta jump to talk with the devs about shorts, some updates we got to make. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers us. So if you have any feedback whatsoever, make sure you post, post, like I keep reiterating, post a thread with hashtag feedback, include as much detail as possible, and then we will, find and fix whatever you guys find. Can't stress that enough.
Yes. And yeah, I think this is a good statement to finish with. Big Pan is saying we can actually make shorts go viral on the Hive blockchain, and more so such that those using other interfaces will try INLEO. Yes, that's exactly the point. And what I like about Hive is that there's so many front ends that you can actually use for specific things. I do think that the normally friendly interface and the one that will go viral and thus make Hive go viral will be INLEO. So yes, just help us as Lions and as users, help us spread the word about the new features that we have right now. You are the best ambassadors that we can have. So yeah, you just basically do your part. Al's doing his part with the developers to bring us the latest features. The team is doing our best to keep the marketing going. But the best ambassadors for INLEO, it's each and every one of you. So help us on that side.
Absolutely. Help us help you. Sweet. I think that covers everything. Yeah. Ahmad Manga, thanks for coming. Vic Van, thanks for coming. Yeah, I think this was a good AMA. Covered a lot of ground. Launched, kind of hard launch shorts. I'll be putting up a blog post from the main Leo Finance account later today, talking about shorts and kind of giving all the details. And then, like I said, we'll be making more updates and fixing things. So if you find any bugs, please make sure to do hashtag feedback, and we will fix anything you find. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for coming, everybody.
See you guys. Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.